Hey guys, welcome to my channel Accounts Accuracy. I felt that it's better I should make some MCQs for your practice for your better results in your board exams. As the pattern has changed, it's essential that you should practice more and more MCQs. So here the first chapter, that is partnership fundamentals. Few questions I have framed for you. Just practice it. The first question is, choose the correct reason in favor of having partnership deed. Is it A, each partner becomes aware of his partnership terms? Is it B, it enables partners to avoid future disputes? Is it C, only A, or is it A and B both? Your time starts now. It will be A and B both, because here you know that each partner becomes aware of his partnership terms only because of partnership deed that partners make in order to just avoid some dispute. So your answer is A and B both. Now let's see the second question. What determines the mode of appropriation of profits of the partners in the absence of partnership deed? Is it A, no salary, commission, etc. to active partners? Or is it interest at 0.6% per annum to be allowed to partners' loan account? Or is it C, profit and losses are to be shared with active partners in agreed ratio? Or is it A and B both? Yes, you are correct. It's D, that is both A and B. No salary, no commission, etc. is provided to the active partners if it is not mentioned in partnership deed, as well as interest on loan is only provided at the rate of 6% in the absence of partnership. Your next question is, in what way would you deal with rent paid to a partner for the use of his premises by the firm in which he is a partner? Options are, it will be treated as an unusual expense of the business, it will not be treated as an appropriation of profit, or it will be treated as an unusual expense of business, or it will be both A and B. Think a bit. So here is your answer, that is both A and B. That means it will be treated as an unusual expense of the business, as well as it will not be treated as an appropriation of profit. Because as it's an unusual expense, that is why rent paid by the partner for the use of his premises will not be treated as an expense of business. It's a private expense of the partner. So that is why it will not be treated as an appropriation of profit. Now next is, which of the items appear at the credit side of capital account of partner when capitals are fluctuating? Now remember what do we write at the credit side of partner's capital account at the time of fluctuating, not fixed but fluctuating capitals. Is it interest on drawings, partner's salary, share of residual profit, or B and C both, that is partner's salary and share of residual profit? Your answer is both B and C. That means we write partner's salary and the share of residual profit is also written at debit side. Your next question is, which of the items appear on the debit side of capital account when the capitals are fluctuating? Remember, capital needs to be fluctuating. The debit side entries include what? Is it drawings, partner's commission, share of profit, or both A and B? Your answer is A. That means only drawings we write at the debit side of capital account. We do not mention partner's capital nor share of profit because all these appear at the credit side of partner's capital account. Your next question is, what are the reasons for keeping separate capital and current account for each partner? Is it to ensure the fixed capital is not drawn out of the business? Or is it to separate long-term investment from the short-term investments? Or is it to make the calculation of interest on capital more straightforward? Or is it all of the above? Are all the reasons valid? Just think. Yes, You are right. It should be all of the above. That means all these three reasons are required for keeping separate capital and current account for each of the partners, just to ensure that capital is fixed and it is not being withdrawn as per partnership agreement out of the business, and also to separate long-term investments from the short-term investment. It is required to maintain a separate capital account. Again, we also make calculation of interest on capital more straightforward if we maintain the capital account separate from current account. Next question is a partner be exempted from sharing the losses in the firm? You have to choose the right answer out of the four options here. Is it being mentioned in Partnership Act 2013, or if there is a provision in partnership deed in this respect, or if partner is an active partner, he needs to be exempted from sharing of losses in the firm, or is it both A and B? Both are correct. You have to choose the right answer. Yes, it should not be anything else rather than number B, because if there is a provision in partnership deed, then only any partner can be exempted from losses. Otherwise, the partner needs to suffer the losses. Your next question is, which of the items appear in the debit side of partner's current account? Is it drawings, interest on drawings, only A, or both A and B? Your answer is both A and B, because these two items appear at the debit side of partner's current account. Your next question is essential features of partnership. Now, what are essential features of partnership? Is it because there must be an agreement entered into between two or more persons? Or is it because there must be an agreement entered into between two or more persons to form a partnership? Or is it because the object of an agreement must be to carry on a legal business? Or is because of the reason the business may be carried on by all the partners or by any of them acting for all? Or is it because profit and loss of the business must be shared by all the partners? Or is it all four, which are the essential features of partnership? Just think. Yes, it would be all of the above. All the four reasons are correct, because these all four features are essential for having a partnership firm. There must be an agreement between two or more persons to be partners and carry on the business, as well as object of agreement must be a legal, because illegal business cannot be considered as a partnership firm. And again, the business must be carried by all the partners, either all or by any of them who acts for all. And remember, the profit and loss of the business must be shared among all the partners unless and until the partner is not a nominal partner. The last question is, what is interest on capital? Is it a division of portion of profit in the capital ratio to compensate a partner who has contributed more capital to the firm as compared to his profit sharing ratio? Or is it a stipulated price needed to be provided even if the operation in a financial year results in loss? Or is it only A, or is it A and B both? Which one is correct? You are right. It should be only A. It's the division of portion of a profit in the capital ratio is provided to the partner who has contributed more capital to the firm as compared to his profit sharing ratio. It is not the stipulated price which needs to be provided even at the time of loss, because it's not required at all to be provided at the time of loss. I hope the video might have helped you. If it has helped you, please do subscribe my channel and hit the big fat like button so that I can make more such videos for your practice. Thanks for watching.